talking cerebral palsy. And the joy of bearing a child is one that every parent looks forward to, and I tell you, with some great excitement. But after the birth of that child, it is the parents' wish for that infant to develop and function fully for society. But sometimes what happens when that desire never becomes a reality becomes a nagging headache. Ahead of World Cerebral Palsy Day, which is falling on October 6, we are bringing back some stories produced by our own nominated awardee, Beryl Ernestina Richter, on families raising children with cerebral palsy. Just watch this.
55-year-old Comfort Laye lives at Labadi. Comfort is married with 3 children. Her second child, Michael Ablo, has cerebral palsy. Michael is 20 years and has spastic quadriplegia cerebral palsy. This means he lacks the ability to use his legs, arms, and body. This type of the disease is generally caused by brain damage, either before birth, during, or shortly after.
In fall premature. It told me why. I know quality and it told me why. Why in your crowd? Ma folle, oni ma folle. Wo abaji mi ke bashia nash. Achi na ye Nico. No me call bu ulu e ji ni folle. Iwo keje chele ma bashia. Keke nti. Kuleke shishi atomo 7 mi ma bashia atomo gbeke 8 mi. Okay, every hour, 5 hours, and we are half. We jam na jiwo. Na jiwo ni nkele bashia. Ni nkele ti children hospital. Jam doctor came here. Bonin fole. Ino fe no back pise. She no ko be ni abanye afiye. Iwo nkele ya check up. Keleti awa gbeneto ni paje meya ni wa ba shi hospital doctor akemi ake kule enye tashi ojugba enye eno fe no ba pese shi natui ewo nke ba wo ndwemo mi echo dwemo dwan biko na kan yicho ta shan ke kwe sani ma forget ken kwe na ekule ne ba anya aye mi seke shi ekomeye ole no ni ewo ni ebale naka ni je na kan dwemo ye mi nka ba shimene.
There are many factors that can play into an infant's developing brain damage, including fatal infections, maternal infections, exposure to toxins, or medical negligence. Professor Bedu says this type of cerebral palsy comes along with several challenges.
Normally, when we say cerebral palsy, we are just talking about maybe the motor part. But when you have spastic quadriplegia, and of the type that we see, then usually this is a child who, let's say, would have moderate to severe learning difficulties, or what you call mental retardation. We don't like that term anymore. There's a high chance that epilepsy is also a part of it. So this child is getting seizures. There's a high chance that this child may not be able to swallow properly, difficulty with swallowing. They drool all the time. So, you know, saliva just comes down, it's not going down. They would have speech and language problems. They may have orthopedic problems, you know, the back bends, the spine. So they get what we call scoliosis. That's quite a big problem because that can narrow your chest and give you chest problems. Then, of course, you don't have the ability to move or potter around. Then your fine motor skills, your hand function, can you write, can you do that? So there's a lot. And then a lot of them too may have visual problems. All right, a lot of them may have what we call a squint or may not actually see, because the brain doesn't process the image because it's been damaged also. So spastic quadriplegia can be complex, can need quite a lot of professionals to try and get this child a decent life. And it can be challenging.
Caring for a child with a disability can be one of the most heart-straining experiences a parent can go through. Everyday tasks such as feeding, grooming, toileting, and bedtime routines can be extremely challenging, especially if the child requires complex care. Comfort used to operate a corn mill, but she had to stop.
Only Gina Boundy, that be bonyomo pampers. Ele won't you look, Leon Panichumo, like Nichumo. But none time in Ukequele. No one Banchu Nukubiane.
Michael has to crawl on his back or be lifted onto his wheelchair. His elder brother Ben has to help him move around the house. According to Professor Baidu, cerebral palsy is unfortunately a lifelong condition.
Cure, as I know or understand that word, for now, I don't think there's a cure. Stem cell has promising ability, stem cell therapy, but I wouldn't say that it is well established, at least for cerebral palsy. In some areas, it's been brilliant. I think even for vision and hearing, injecting stem cells in the right ways, they've got dramatic results. But like I told you earlier, it looks like cerebral palsy. There are different things that can cause it actually. And so it is not like you have one maybe unique or solitary kind of problem that we can say for now. When you use maybe stem cell therapy, then everything sort of goes away. I mean, if something has damaged you and it has made you get, let's say, mental retardation or what we call learning difficulties, it may not be easy to reverse all that with just one treatment. So I think there's still a long way. It is promising, I admit, but it is not the cure yet. So for now, there's no cure. If you get or you develop cerebral palsy, then you've developed it.
For life?
Yes.
Well, raising a child with cerebral palsy could be burdensome, but the stress could be more, especially when the parents involved are also battling poverty. 29-year-old Mavis Obeng, who is a single mother and also poor, says she still nurtures the thoughts of ending her life and that of her child. Mavis reveals to JoyNews' Beryl and Nestina Richter the challenges of raising a child with cerebral palsy.
Having a child or any member of the family live through the depressing challenges of disabilities and diseases attract a lot of stigma from society. 29-year-old Mavis Obeng lives at Ashaiman. Mavis's 4-year-old daughter Inshua also has cerebral palsy and cannot perform basic tasks like her age mate.
Lady be a face or boy me. O mami mosquito net. And I'm call no be some say akwara na aduane be pan na n'enije ho na ga so odi oats pan. No so oats bebre o fie nti obesesa. No dey abre me no mami time ti following day me kwai sem kwaji oats no ka che me say obi aba ni fie be ka che ni say nkwala we no. Se o boa o mo aduane di a wo ko wo ba wo so ba wo binti nipa ne se mo mami up to now me friend na on fa me dru won po a on bisa me se akwala no po wo fe se a omo ni me ye free nyina omo adwene ne se wo se akwala no fi me life ama obi o me hu bia hu ne se o ye bad luck wo abrabo ni.
It is common knowledge that some parents are forced to lock up such children indoors to enable them go out to work.
He said, I am a lucky no na makako page, my intimate quam, sorry how much. My lucky no. I mean, yes, come to this way back. We are man and over whom I no one, my lucky and amico. Mitimiko shame will be an just under 6:30, 7:30, nothing and I'm a baby doofy.
of care for children with this kind of disability can sometimes be heavy as carrying the weight of the world. There are days that Mavis and other caregivers in similar situations think of committing suicide.
Still me which is me oh me radio oh yes cerebral palsy obi friend number no friend can we say be friend e be we meet me friend ni panisa ni pa no fa call ni biem abe me hu ni amenye biem na me say nti me wo edro bi wo dem sisi ai edro this is Cerebral Palsy. No more. I bet that's a Pedro. I can't say when did ya? No common dinner. What you miss Susana? There, just a miss me. It's immediate running man. No one, no one done. You bet that's a said a bear. A common dinner. Own tsunami. So meant they may film to Miami intimate. The man and you good them to the baby that demos of Fitiano Park of many and did.
According to Professor Beidou, the burden of care imposed on these parents require that they get serious attention by healthcare professionals, especially psychologists.
These are parents who have come to the end. There is no help. It has affected them, which we don't appreciate, and so they sink, and then that is it. You need to end things. Nobody likes suffering. Who wants to suffer forever? You want to end suffering. If you are very hungry, you solve it by looking for food. So it's the same thing. Why have they come to that end? That is what we should be looking at. If they had clear explanations, a lot of times, believe me, you may not know that they do not fully understand even what condition they have. When you just go and say cerebral palsy, it's not an easy thing to even understand. What is it? How long will my child live? Will my child have a useful life? If they don't have clear answers, then you use your own knowledge and what people tell you that, look, people come to say that, look, a child like this will never make you prosper, so end it and it ends. But that's also against the law, because you cannot take anybody's life. So we cannot accept that pathway. We have to help. But the help means targeted interventions, and these have been worked out in our systems, such that if you have a child with cerebral palsy, at least someone should be able to visit, even a home visit, to find out how this child is coping, what are the interventions required. We are not doing all this, and so people are just getting to the end of it.
All right, in studio on the back of that, and this was first aired last year to coincide with Cerebral Palsy Day, which this year falls on Sunday, and that was a documentary well produced by Ernestina Beryl Richter. Well, in the studio is Ni Anyate Akojuram. He's a gentleman living with the condition, cerebral palsy, but is making great strides in his life. He's founder of a support group and NGO called Cerebral Palsy Awareness GH. He'll tell us everything about his life growing up. Also supporting him very strongly is his sister, Angela Asari. Good morning to you both. Thank you for coming.
Good morning.
I should start with you. Well, maybe the two of you can come in on the back of what we shared, two of the stories. You're very familiar with stories like these. Yeah. So this is no surprise to you at all?
Yes.
There's this last story that we shared about this woman who's thinking about ending her life and that of her child because of all the stigma, the challenges that comes with the condition. How does that make you feel, watching that and listening to her?
Well, putting myself in that situation way back in school has been very bad. But then I had to actually take up a stand and just fight for myself and move on with life. Yeah.
Where did you get the strength from? Where did you get the courage from?
Well, it's all from the support of my family. They loved me, they took care of me, and they you know.
Yeah. Angela, you know what he's talking about very well. What were some of the things that you were hearing from school when he was in school?
All sorts of names. It's surprising how children can be so mean, and that was where he was most stigmatized, because with family, especially those abroad and here, the support was great. I mean, people sending all kinds of things like for therapy, because you can go for therapy up to a certain point and you have to learn how to do it at home as parents. And so, but the school, he went to, let me say, a normal school. He didn't go to a special school.
Okay.
And all kinds of names, like he said, Sickler, he's you know, they have some names like Snake Child or this thing, Saliva Boy, all kinds of things, because at the time he can't control saliva, he can't, the speech wasn't too clear, and because naturally, because people don't understand someone's condition or understand something in general, they tend to rather push it away instead of trying to embrace it and understand why people are like that. So the stigma was mostly from his school, the schools that he's been to, but he had support from teachers as well, because you know they are slower in everything than, for lack of a better word, an ordinary or normal person. So that's the challenge that he had. So he ended up trying to fight. So actually fighting people and hurting
As in
people.
physically fighting people?
Oh yes, because that's the only way they can express their frustration when they don't know what else to do. People don't understand them, and so that's basically it. So we think that starting early with the children, that there are some people who are different from you.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that they are no better or can't be anything in life.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it.
But Nee, so tell us about the schools that you've gone to, because you've gone on to learn computers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Super Day, that's my nursery school.
Okay.
And I went to Mazake for a while, that's my primary school. Then I moved on to Air Force Basic School.
Okay.
In class 6. Then I went to, I passed my exams. Then I went to Armed Forces Senior High School. Then I moved on to, how do you call it? MNJ Computer Institute for like 3 months. Then I started work before I went back to school.
Okay, you started work, what were you doing?
I was a controller in a security company that went to administration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you went back to school. What took you back to school?
My IT stuff. I went back to school. I did software engineering and programming in diploma, professional diploma.
Okay.
I passed. It's equivalent to second class upper.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So what are your plans? You intend working with that diploma qualification? Because I know that now you're into your foundation.
Yeah. I think right now I shift myself to social working rather, because it's something that you've been to inspire people. So I actually talk for money now.
Oh.
I motivate people.
You talk for money.
I motivate people.
Are you charging? No, in fact, you should be paying me for this conversation because I also talk for money.
Well,
all right, so yeah.
It's something that you are helping. It's something that you are helping.
So you're not paying. Okay, but Angela, tell us about. So you know, Nee is fortunate, and I shouldn't even be saying that, because everybody comes from a family, and the duty of the family, the responsibility is to be there for the child, irrespective of whatever condition. Sure. But you supporting the entire family also comes at a certain cost. It's not easy. How did you also learn about the condition to give the kind of support that you gave?
Well, at the time, he was born in 1990. There wasn't any proper diagnosis. So you don't really know what is wrong with him. My parents detected early because we have a cousin who was born around the same time, just a few weeks after him. And so you expect that the progress, the developments will be at par. But it wasn't so. So my parents were worried, what is going on? They took him to the hospital and they said, oh, there's nothing wrong. Some children are slower and all those things. So they really couldn't say that it was cerebral palsy because it wasn't known here in Ghana. So I think we had a pediatrician from 37, and he was the one who helped them to manage and the therapy and all those things. So like I told you, we had family out there who sort of, they couldn't tell you that it was cerebral palsy, but they sent materials and stuff that he needed to for therapy on his own, playthings that could also help him to, because the whole thing is to do with the muscles and how stiff or how they weren't strong enough to hold a lot of things. So you know, like speech is not so clear and all that. But I think that going to mainstream schools have helped him a lot because the intelligence is not affected. Majority of them, it's very few of them whose intelligence are affected. So the intelligence is, so it's there. It's just how long it takes to do things, how long the brain responds to doing things and all that. And people see him and say that, oh, but his own is not that serious. So, but it was that bad when he was growing up. Like I was talking about drooling and all that. It took a lot of training him that when it comes, do this or do that. So he always knew how to clean it. And then after a while, he wants to do things on his own, you know, like learning how to walk. He saw us and the way we ran and all those things, and he'll get hurt, but you see, so you don't treat them like they are too special, but you also understand their role.
So you don't treat them differently from the way you treat the other siblings. If they are, in your case,
we are just two.
Oh, just the two of you. Okay, nice.
So it was mainly my parents. It got to a point I was the only one who could hear what he would say. For instance, my parents will ask, "What is he trying to say?" You know, and it's just being able to understand it because you can't rush them as well. Yeah. You have to be able to be calm and listen to them.
Absolutely. Yeah. What we are showing is what Anyeta is involved in. So can you tell us what your foundation does as we show some of the pictures of your activities?
Well, my foundation is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Youth. Is to support and motivate people with cerebral palsy and the mothers as well. So I've been to Dodoa, like you see on the screen. I went to Dodoa to talk and to give them assistive devices for their children.
Okay.
And then we go to schools. We've been to schools. I went back to my former school, those mother care school. Some of the teachers are there doing.
Why is it important to create the awareness? Why is it important to go back to some of the places where you've been to educate them? Why is that so important?
Okay, can I come in?
Yes.
Well, like I told you earlier, children can be mean sometimes, and we realize that we need to train them from that early stage to understand that it may not only be cerebral palsy, but the focus is cerebral palsy because of his condition, the passion that he has, but to be able to teach them that everybody is different and that you find people with this thing. You don't have to shy away from sometimes because they don't understand. Let's say some people have the myth that it's contagious, but it's not. So you don't have to, you won't get it by being with me
by
or
touching,
anybody.
by hugging him.
Yes. So we've realized that we just need to let them understand the condition, and the response was so good. We actually gave them prizes after if you were able to answer some of the questions. And we had a physiotherapist because they work with them a lot. I talked about therapy, so we went round. We'll be doing more other places. So if you have a school and you want us to come around and talk to your children, we are very much willing.
I feel like doing something right now, even though we didn't plan for it. Just maybe 2-3 minutes. If you're watching us and you think you need some kind of support, please give us a quick call. 0302-211-69102, 0302-211-69102. You can give me a quick call in the next 3 minutes as we wrap up this conversation. So, Nee, are you going to stay with the foundation or you move on to other things? What's the plan for the future?
Well, I'm the founder, so definitely I'll stay with the foundation. Then I'll actually add something to it.
Okay.
To move on with my life. Yeah.
Great. Angie, is he still at home? Can he be on his own?
Oh yes. What he didn't talk about was if you've heard about the Yali network, and he went to Nigeria last year.
Oh, you did?
He did.
Yeah.
Please tell me about it. How was the experience like?
Okay, the experience was the best. Traveling outside of the country for the first time alone, you know, no mommy nagging, no daddy nagging. Really, well, it's very interesting meeting, being in the midst of other 125 youth, intimidating youth. You know, we got, well, the love I had from, I got real love from all of them. All of them. Yeah. It was such an experience. When we came back, one of them did a blog about me.
Okay.
Yeah, she surprised me. She collected some messages from from my friends, from the Yalians over there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this year I went to Sierra Leone for another program.
Okay.
That's actually Aya. And hopefully I'll be trying the Mandela Washington this year.
Okay. You're going places definitely.
Yeah,
Let's speak to Irene.
sure.
Irene J is in Koko and she joins us on the phone. Hello Irene, good morning.
It's really touching with the support of the parents and the family, because they are doing a wonderful job. All humans are human. So we should give care, proper care. We shouldn't even try to separate any kind of challenges in society. So kudos to the family. And I will urge him on to motivate others with his character, with his career. He shouldn't ever give up. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Irene, for reaching out. Thank you for maybe one more call if we can, 0302-211-69102. So there's an activity happening with the foundation. How old is the foundation?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
I started in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started on social media, posting stuff like that.
Yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it on social media. I'm a social media freak.
I should follow you. I'll follow you after the program. So you're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, Twitter, I do it and go survive and go so. Well, I'm on Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook,
Okay.
Telegram.
I am not on those. two of the ones you mentioned. I'm old school. What's your handle?
Instagram is Popo N, POPO_N.
Okay.
That's one in French. Then Inoki Popo on Facebook.
Okay.
INOCKI. Then POPO.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to follow you after this.
Yeah.
But tell us what's happening. The day is on Sunday. What are you doing? What's the foundation doing?
Well, the day is on Sunday, and my church has adopted.
Okay. Sorry, before you continue, let me speak to Abuaje da Costa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you for reaching out. Yes.
Yeah, I've been following the program, and it's very touching and very interesting. And congratulations to the sister who have helped us a lot. And I've seen these children around in Ghana, and mostly people don't pay too much attention to them. Unlike when I've realized in Europe, when the family give much support, they have a special schools for them, have a special program. And then when I came to Ghana, I watched a similar program, and then the way I saw this program, I'm going to take up, and maybe if I can reach, and so then maybe we can also try to help the foundation.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll tell you how. Thank you very much, Abuaje da Costa. Dennis is in Lashibi. Hello, Dennis. Good morning.
Hey, I'm here. Good morning.
Yes, thank you for calling. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Okay, Dennis, I see the problem. Kindly turn down the volume on your television set so you can speak through the phone. Otherwise, we'll get the feedback. Dennis is my last caller on this.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
let's
is
hear
it okay now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, Dennis, go ahead. We are listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've turned it down. Thank you. I just want to say a very big thank you for this opportunity, and my gratitude goes to the family. They've done a good job. Looking at this boy this morning, we could see that the family who have done so well. Because I have a neighbor who is having a child like that. And, I've never taken the time to study or learn about them.
Okay.
Watching the program this morning has taught me a lot. So maybe I think I can also talk to the family, and then we'll see how best we can also help.
Great.
But the family has done so well. The guy, there's nothing wrong. You could just see that the mind is working all right. Everything is okay with him. Just he's not that physically strong to. And it's a family who have to be able to identify.
Okay, Dennis, you should hear the things he's saying as you're talking. You said he's not physically strong. He says, "Come and try me."
I should have given you my football picture to watch.
Yeah, you should have. But Dennis, thank you so much for the call. Thank you. Thank you. And I didn't think that this would get this kind of response, but it is. Okay, so and then you said you're not a boy. Of course you're not a boy. Tell us exactly what's happening before we wrap up.
Well, the day is Sunday, but then we do it on Saturday, 5th October, because my church has adopted the whole thing.
Okay, so you have the minister coming as well.
Yeah, we have the minister coming. We have Farida herself. We have Pastor Hadley. She's the director for special needs of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay.
And we have Hannah Waji. Hannah Waji is a special mother. She's executive director of special mothers and dads. So this is what we're coming to do on it. And we have this project we are doing. And we're launching it on
Saturday.
On Saturday. I think my sister can throw my light on it.
Definitely.
Cerebral Palsy Day is a talk. Edge of views, we give you answers, and we try and support.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
We call it the Project Green Hands. So what we are doing is we are training the mothers. And the reason why is mothers is because most fathers run away from the responsibility. It's sad, but we had the opportunity. Our dad wasn't that way, like that. So he was quite fortunate. But basically it's to train these mothers, to empower them, because we can't always give them money. So we are looking for support for this program. They are going to do stuff with Share Butter, with Alata Samina, and all those in collaboration with Pax Organics, MFA Tago. She's going to be doing the training. So hopefully by the beginning of 2020 we would have kick-started, and then we'll start from Dodowa and then extend it to other areas where the mothers have come together to support, because it will go a long way to help these children and help their mothers, because they need to pay for therapy, they need to pay for school and all those things. So
Great.
that's basically what
who is invited to Saturday's program?
Everybody. Once you are interested in the subject, you should be there and you should come and listen. All your questions hopefully will be answered as much as we
venue and time?
Prince Emmanuel Seventh-day Adventist Church is near the Assemblies of God, Muhammad's Church. That's what they call it.
Ringway.
Yeah, Ringway Estates, and at 3 p.m. So we'll be there waiting for you to come and listen.
Okay.
So
we've got the gender minister in attendance as well. Okay. Well, thank you for coming on the program. Thank you for telling me about yourself, your life, and I'm happy that you also share the family support as well. We've been talking because October is the pink month. You wore pink. Because October is pink month, we've been talking about breast cancer and the family support, the importance of family support. And you see that it cuts across every other condition. So thank you for sharing this with us on our show. I'm grateful that you came.
Thank you, Mama.
Okay, so you can reach out. Nee shared his social media handles. Maybe we can hear it one more time so people can follow you on Instagram and Facebook.
Facebook is Inoki Popo. That's INOCKI. Then space, then POPO. Then Instagram is Popo N. Popo POPO, then underscore, then UN, as in one in French.
I have a very curious question, but I'll keep it to myself. Just wondering why Popo? Why Popo?
Well, my cousin gave it to me. Yeah.
Okay. Philomena. So if she's watching us, she's the architect of this name.
All right, stay with us.